Hi, happy Tuesday. I don't know why my ads ended so early. They don't normally end that early. Hi. Animal of the day is no copy. I think that's how you say it. I think they're cute. My Lego, I'm putting this black piece that has like a hole in it onto this piece that's sticking out. It rotates. I don't know if that's concerning. It makes sense, but I guess, I don't know. What is this? Is this telling me not to poke it into my eyeball? How could I possibly poke that into my eyeball? Whatever. We're playing Zelda. I got my ears on today because I remembered that I had them. I'm actually nervous to play Zelda and I don't know why. I kind of wish I was playing Mario. I don't know. I must like that Mario game. I say I hate it every day, but I just want to play it. I don't know why. We must find the elemental sanctuary to fill the sword with elemental power. I'd never have looked for the elemental sanctuary in Hyrule Castle, though. You know how to get there, right? Let's go. I don't know how to get there. I've been playing Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. This is so loud for me. I feel like I was yelling because it was so loud. Hey. Came to check out a book, but they're not open yet. Ah, well, age brings patience, Sunny. I can wait. You like them? I just removed Partners in Time from my schedule. Oopsies. I'm gonna play it eventually, but I bought Final Fantasy VII, so... and I want to play it. I will be playing it probably early next year. I deleted everything from early next year on my schedule because I was like, I don't want to play these Zelda games. I don't know where I'm going. I do like the art style in this. I don't know where the elemental sanctuary is. I go in here. Road. Aw, booger boy. Aw, it looks like they're having fun in there. I wish I could play with them. I love booger boy. Oh, you don't want me to go in here. Can I go in here? No. Okay. Puppy. Arf, arf, arf. I had a dream last night that, oops, that I got a dog. It was a fat chihuahua. And now I'm sad because I don't have a fat chihuahua. I blow this up. There's the mailman. I guess I can't. Okay. Excuse me. Let me take the bombs out of my hand. I also had a dream that I got a cat last night. So I'm sad that I don't have another cat and a dog. Oh, my wallet's full. You don't like me. Are you sure I look alright? I never know what to wear to formal occasions. Okay. This hat's just a hater. Will you let me go through? Sorry, but I can't let you pass. We've sealed the area off because of VOD. I don't know how to say that character's name. Blow this up. Hi, Hero Guesser. How are you? Oh. I got a piece of heart. Oh, I can't swim. And I'm not strong enough to do that. What the heck? Hello. I feel like I found more pieces of heart in this game so far than any other game. Any other Zelda game. There's another one, but I don't know how to get there. I can't swim. Wow, look at the size of that waterfall. Beautiful. Simply beautiful, my boy. Okay. Can I get in here? Hey. Hello? I don't like you. Oh my god. Help! Can I get in this door? Oh my god. I don't like these guys. Question mark? I also have a question mark coming out of my head. Stop it. I assume their bomb didn't work on it. That's not. Okay, I don't like these guys. I don't know why I did that. I can't use them. Why is this tree glowing? Oh my god, not the bombs. That's why I don't keep bombs in my thing. Is this where I went the first time I was playing this? Can I read this, please? I don't know why I'm shrinking, but I'm shrinking. Why did I want to shrink there? Honestly, where did Dad go this time? I leave for just a few minutes and he locks up the ranch and takes off, so I can't go in. Hey. I need to get on the other side of this. Right? Like, I can't jump over that. There's a Goron over there. Who's in here? Nobody. Can I sleep in their bed? No. Okay. I'm just exploring at this point. I made it somewhere. I made it to a fairy fountain. Welcome to the Adventurer's Spring. I have need of many rupees. Please, throw all of yours into the spring. Really? You know that if you do this, you will have absolutely no rupees left, right? You really throw them all in? I guess. You are most kind. I do not really need your rupees. But I must reward such a kind adventurer with some of my power. Oh, I got a big wallet. Yay. May light shine on your quest. Thank you. That's it? Okay. At least I got something. I was just complaining about my wallet. Rude. I hate these things. What even are those guys? They just look like moles. Give me that. Hey. Can I do anything with this? Can I bomb it? Cool. I can't do anything with it. Oh, I got another piece of heart. What the heck? Why was that one literally hidden in plain sight? Oh, I got a piece of heart. I don't need to do this. Never mind. Can I find one more piece of heart? I assume I can use this tree to shrink since it's glowing, but I don't know how. I didn't mean to do that. I thought I could do this. I can blow this up. Will I get another piece of heart? Is that close enough? Yes. Berries! I think I have one. Yes. I somehow dodged that. Please leave me alone. I hate these birds. That guy looks scary too. Where have I not gone to explore? Look at these things. Stop. That's a bomb. I love the little animals in this game. A new sword. Fantastic. And you seem to have acquired new skills with it. Yes, I am ready to train you again, young swordsman. So, will you accept this new training? Yes. I will now teach you a technique called the rock breaker, so pay attention. First, swing your sword to break pots. Actually, that's all there is, young swordsman. Did I read that right? I don't know. Yes, haha, good. If you had said you didn't understand, I would have serious doubts about you. Yes, but one must feel the technique, not just hear about it. That's why I will now possess your body so as to demonstrate the technique. That is the secret of the Swift Blade possession technique of training. Watch this. Okay. Phew, now you must try it yourself. Break the pots with your sword. That's all. Yes, fine work. Fantastic, even. I will now give you this tiger scroll. If you ever forget this technique, you can review it with this scroll. Why would I forget that? Shatter pots and pulverize boulders with a single blow. That could probably help me looking around at stuff. I don't know why I didn't go there first. Can I go in your house? Let me tell you something that might come in handy someday. You can move bookcases and stuff. Try to push and pull different things. After all, you're young. You should be trying all kinds of new things. Ha. Oh, I have to be small, though. Cheers, yay, cheers. Raise your milk for a toast. I wonder what I should have for dinner. I'm having grilled cheese and tomato soup again. We hear all sorts of interesting gossip in here. Stop by from time to time. I am a laid-back, easygoing kind of guy, not a care in the world. And that's just the way I like it. 32 ounces of what? Beet juice? When did you send that message? I feel like I just ignored you. I didn't see my chat move. I think you're gonna pass away tonight. There's no way you drink 32 ounces of beet juice. Just try fusing consume pieces. Well, listen, I haven't even found anyone to fuse with, so... Like a minute ago, that's gross. I can't imagine. I couldn't even take a sip of it. The town is quiet enough, but past the gates there are monsters everywhere. You should visit Stockwell's shop and get outfitted before you go out there. Hey. You have a weird hat. Where can I get one of those? Take it like a shot? I thought about that. I think I would die. I'm writing a letter right now, so I don't have any time to play with you. Sorry. Okay, I assume these aren't going to be open until later. Can I go in here? No. I found food. Sniff, sniff, sniff. Doesn't that smell spectacular? Perhaps they give out free samples. I say, would you ask for me? Must make deliciousness. Welcome. Please bring whatever you'd like to buy up to the register. What do they do? You've come to the one and only bakery of Wheaton and Pita. Our special croissant, which may or may not have something inside it, is a flaky, buttery bargain at 30 rupees. I'll buy it. You bought a croissant. It looks so buttery and delicious. There was a Kinstone piece inside. Okay, great. Hey, I want to see the quarry too. Can I? Can I? Huh? Can I? Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I want that. Gimme. I want the heart piece. Rude. The door is shut. We can't open it from the side. That's unfortunate. They're not open yet. Okay. Nothing's open. Mailman. I want to play the mail game from Wind Waker. There's just so many places you have to be small to go in. Nowhere to turn small. I can break these now. What's on me? I didn't even know something attached to me. Wish I could break these. Already been here. Where does this go? I ran right into him. Rude! I think I found where I'm supposed to go. But all that exploring paid off too. I got like 3 heart pieces. And a bigger rupee bag. Wallet. Whatever it's called. I've already been here. Okay. I guess I didn't find what I was looking for. I just made a bridge. Rude, why is everything hurting me? How do I use this tree? Dang it, now I'm stuck down here. I've already been over here. Can I go through, please? Why don't they trust me? I have a sword. I don't know where I'm going. Oh, there's a door there. Can I go in this door? Let me in. Is that not a door? I just went in a circle. I guess I'm coming back here later. Sanctuary? No, I don't think I've seen like something like that in the castle. The minister's fairy tales mention a sanctuary, I think. Hey, at least they said something. Am I supposed to be in the castle? Crosby. Poor Crosby's so hungry. So greedy. Okay, it isn't the castle. I knew I wasn't crazy. Did I just completely walk by this door? How did I do that? Cupid, look, see how that doorway glows? Could that be the door that leads to the sanctuary? Nobody in the castle seems able to see it but you and me. Let's go, quickly. I thought that would do something. So this is the elemental sanctuary then. This is where we can infuse your blade with the power of the elements. Yes, there seems to be a pedestal for your sword right in the middle there. Evil? That sounds familiar. Powers of the earth and fire elements have infused your blade. I don't know if evil. Okay, I was thinking it was brown. It's like a brown Dora fox or something. I don't know. Let's see if I can't read that tablet for you. Fill your sword with power and walk over the glowing tile. Perhaps it refers to those flashing spots on the floor around you. Well, what are you waiting for? Try it, Cupid. Huh? What? I'm confused. Oh, I have to walk over it. No. I'm confused. I did step on them. I don't know. Why would it be that? Why would that be the, I don't know. Whoa, you just split in two. So this is the power of the white sword. I guess you can double yourself like that anytime you see those panels. Okay. I don't even know what I did, to be honest. I don't know how I did it. Crosby. I'm so confused. I don't know. It seemed like it worked that time. What in the world? I feel so stupid. Why is it doing that and then not working? Okay, well, I did the wrong one. So I don't exactly know how I'm supposed to... I don't know. I'm so confused. Why is it not working every time? I don't know. I feel like I'm doing exactly what it's telling me to do, and it's just not working. How am I supposed to get them on separate sides? I'm so lost. Am I supposed to be able to make more than one? I just don't understand why it's not working. What am I not doing? What in the world? Mosby is rubbing up against me because he's hungry. I don't know. I've done it 3 times and I don't understand how I've done it. I don't know. I need a video. I'm doing exactly what that guy's doing. What? Okay. He's walking up here for some reason. Oh, there's something up here. Oh, it disappeared. Great. Is there something on the other side? No. I don't like this. I know, just cancel it. Why did he do that? I don't know. I don't know how he's doing this. I can only do it on this one. Oh, he's holding it. Okay. The instructions did not say to do that. Now where do I go? I think there was a spot where I was the other day that needed me to do that or something. I don't really want to climb all the way up there though. If I don't have to. Interesting. You're the last person I expected to find here. And just as I was wondering who could be behind this, I find my old master. Hello. My hat was your master. Body. And as always, you are dressed in the shabbiest of rage. My curses are not to be mocked. The one I cast on you is most powerful. No matter what power you wield, you will never break it. You haven't changed in the slightest. I should never have created that cap. It only fueled your insane desires. Cool, a hat that grants the wishes of its wearer is a spectacular creation. Thanks to you, I have gone from being a meek, minuscule nothing to the greatest sorcerer alive. You cannot stop me now, and I have you to thank for it. Accept this small gesture of gratitude from me. Wait, Vadi, wait. Oh, wow. What's happening? Ah, I don't know how to use my shield. Okay, well, he did not put up a fight. That foul Vadi. What could he be scheming now? Cupid, I feel I owe you an explanation of what has happened. You see, Vadi and I are both Minish. I was once a famous sage and a renowned Minish craftsman. Vadi was only a boy when I took him on as my apprentice, but he became enchanted by the wickedness in the hearts of men. One day, Vadi took a hat I made for the humans, my pride and joy. It granted the wishes of its wearer. He put it on without permission. Vadi, what are you doing there? Oh, wow. Oh, what a vile form you've taken. Vile? I am a sorcerer now, and my power is beyond compare. No longer will I tire away as your apprentice. Now, all shall call me master. Why, Vadi? What are you plotting? This year, on the day that comes but once a century, the portal opens, and when it does, I shall claim the light force as my own. I will be transformed, perfect, and there will be none who can stop me. Oh, wow. Ha ha ha. Tell me, how does it feel, my sorcerer's curse? Do you see, Eslo? I am truly your master now, and you cannot stop me. And with that, I must be leaving. You know, the legends, of course. The gifts the Picori gave the humans. What you call the Picori Blade was the first of those gifts. The second. Well, you call it Light Force, but it is a source of limitless magical power. If Vadi were to get it now, it would be devastating. I came to the world of men hoping to stop Vadi, and I met you in the woods. But it seems we won't be breaking the curse on me anytime soon. However, with the Sacred Blade, we can certainly restore Princess Zelda. I'm sorry, all that has happened has been due to my own pride, my folly. I must rely on you, on your power, until we've put an end to Vadi. Well, Cupid, enough fairy tales. We must search for the next element. Okay. I'm gonna go, um, hold on. What a... Link, stop! Can I do this now? No. Still too big. There was one that was smaller, though. I just don't remember where it was. Let me see if I can find that thing. Please don't hurt me, spiders. They hurt me. Is it that? Not about these things. don't remember how to do this. That is so rude. Go away. Can I blow you up? I messed up. That's crazy. I don't want to waste my bombs. Here. And there's some more bombs. This is so rude. Oh my god. Where the heck is that area I'm looking for? Here? Yes. Not what I wanted. No. How the heck do I do this? I don't like this power. Why can I only make it happen next to me? You're telling me you don't go back to get this? Huh? There we go. Hello. Believe not what others tell you. I am the true master swordsman of Hyrule. My name is Greyblade, and if you can train with me, you will learn much. So, would you like to train here? Thanks. You will learn the amazing roll attack. First, roll that in R. Second, as soon as you get up. Third, scream haiii and swing your sword. That's all, young swordsman. I don't, but... Oh, well answered. You have much promise, but one must feel the technique, not just hear about it. Okay. Now you must try it yourself. Roll, and then swing the sword as you start to get up. I don't know. There we go. Yes, fine work. You know the way. I will now give you this tiger scroll. If you ever forget this technique, you can review it with this scroll. Can I steal your heart piece? Play with one stroke. Aim and release. Yay! I can just steal his stuff. Okay. I've gotten a complete heart just by walking around here. Beautiful. I'm glad I could just climb up there. Yay, now I get to do it again. I think I'm getting the hang of it. I still don't understand it though. Hey. Wow, another kinstone piece. Ah! Please don't hurt me, sir. Oh, I hurt myself. Hello, I am Percy, poet, I don't know that word, of Hyrule. And you are Cupid? Oh no, no. The pleasure is mine. I travel all over the realm, writing verse wherever I go. But here I am, returning after a long absence, only to find the road blocked. It wouldn't feel like such a waste if I hadn't lost half of my kinstone. When misfortune rains down upon my head, it pours in torrents. I think I may have dropped it in the inn I stayed at last night. I see no other course than to put these tragic events to verse. I see stars beyond the rainbow, but I cannot reach them. Though the stone I lost is small, large was its place in my heart. I assume I'm supposed to find that for him. Oh. Why do I keep running into these guys? All on my own. Crosby is going crazy. What a strange feeling. I sensed something from the castle's direction. Or was it just me? Uh-oh, my ads are about to start. Oh no. Not the king. Who's there? What? Body? How did you get in here? What are you doing? Ha ha ha. What is going on? It looks like you're all here. Very well. The King of Hyrule has words for you. You all know of the power the Picori gave to mankind, do you not? The golden light force of limitless magical power. I want it. It is somewhere here in Hyrule. Go now and bring me this power. What? Waste no time. Go forth at once and bring me the light force. Fling anyone who refuses into the dungeon. Him and his family too. I will tolerate no disobedience. Now, search high and low throughout the lands of Hyrule. It says my ads are running, but then it doesn't at the top. Maybe it's just the wind. I hope but I hope nothing bad has happened. Anyway, we need to look for the next element. The map says it should be around here somewhere. Okay. I am going to take a break while my ads are running. I will be right back. I'm back. I don't know where I'm going, but I haven't been over here, so it'll be nice to explore. I need my shield. Caster VODs, danger. Don't forget your Pegasus boots. I don't have Pegasus boots. Rude. I have so many of these, and I don't know, I've never seen someone to fuse them with. Hello. I planted a bean near my house, but it just doesn't want to grow. What do you want me to do about that? How do I get over there? I'm going over here without boots. See what's going on. Oh. So this must be Castor Wilds. It's a nasty, dank place filled with swampland and myrrh? I don't know. But we know there's an element waiting for us somewhere in here, so in we go. Come on, Cupid, into the muck with us. I don't think we can walk fast enough to cross the swamp. We're going to have to find some way to get across safely. I need Pegasus boots. Where do I get them? Do I go to the shoe guy? Did not mean to do that. Where the heck is the entrance? Where I want to go? Am I crazy? I think I'm crazy. I am crazy. Where's the shoe store? Okay. The shoes are gone. Oh, hello. Hey, you're Cupid, right? You're the one who brought the sword to Master Malari. You're on a quest to help the princess, aren't you? I wish I could go on a quest, but then who'd make Rem shoes for him? Ho, you need Pegasus boots? Why, you're just in time. We made a pair just now while Rem was sleeping, but only Rem can put the finishing touches on them. Haha, that sleepyhead Rem is nearly impossible to wake up. If you want to wake him, you'll need to get an item from Syrup's hut. It's a little bit of a trek, but we'll mark it on your map. Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't even think I'm getting to the temple. I won't be experiencing wind trauma because I can't get to it. Okay, well, time to figure out how to get there. Excuse me. Oh, her dad's back. Hey. I lost my key and I can't get inside, and the spare key's inside the house. Well, why would you put it there? So there's a spot to go in the house. I didn't see that last time, I don't think. Did I? I found it. Can I go in there? I got your key. Oh, our one and only spare key. I don't know how you got this, but I can't thank you enough. Tell me your name, Sonny. Cupid? That's a great name. Thank you. If you ever need to go to Lake Hylia, feel free to cut through our house. Thanks. Thank you very much, Cupid. Come visit us again. I'll do that now. Oh, I like the animals in this game. Oh, thanks. Let me go in here. I'm rich. I can't jump down here. Crosby's going crazy. It's 6 minutes past his dinner time, and he's very upset about it. Crosby. Oh, I'm in the fairy fountain again. Are you gonna offer me something else? Okay. Hi, Croton, how are you? Why do I keep rolling into these guys? I'm gonna find syrup. Thank you for lurking. How far down is he? Have I encountered this person? I don't know if I need to go this way. That's crazy. Must be. Didn't mean to push that there. Crosby. Ooh, I found a piece of art. I have found so many pieces of hearts today. person's house is here. Must be. Can I go in this? No. Must be. Didn't mean to do that. I just keep rolling into that water. Can't find this person's house. Stop it. I can't go that way, so I hope it's not up there. Didn't mean to pick up a plant. You can't with this? I don't know where Syrup is. Syrup the Witch. Did you struggle with the thing where you double link? Because I struggled with it an embarrassingly long amount of time. And I'm still struggling it. You get to it through above on Ranch. I was just there. You did struggle with it? At least I'm not alone. Crosby is under me meowing. Is this the ranch? No. Like, I just could not figure out how to get it to work. I still don't know how to get it to work, but sometimes it works. Do I go through Lon Lon Ranch? Crosby. Like up here? Or those? Crosby. I don't think have I been over here? I don't know. Ruff ruff. Not in here. The different I'm just gonna watch a video. I did. It says this way, but I can't go through the water. I drown. Am I supposed to know how to swim? That was rude. I'm gonna fly on the tornadoes. Oh. That means I gotta figure out how to get up on there. Hello? How tranquil, and those cows look so delicious. Oh. Where do I use the wand? Oh. Okay, I should probably... Excuse me. Hold on. There's too much I'm looking at right here. Let me do this. Did you ever do these kinstone piece things? I have not found a single person to trade or fuse with. Oh, it's required, great. I made it. I thought, why do I not have my sword? What? How did that happen? This way to Mayor Hagen's Lakeside Cabin. Osby, oh my goodness. Okay, I found it. Welcome. Care for some of Granny's homemade blue potion? One sip and you're full of energy. Please look around. Fill a bottle and carry it around with you. After all, it's only 60 rupees. Is this what I want? Oh, I have to get rid of my fairy. Come back when you need more, hee hee hee. That's not what I wanted. This is where the game started a downward spiral? Oh no. That's not good. I mean, I've been having a good time just walking around today. I found like a whole like 5 pieces of heart, 6 pieces of heart now. I've completed one and found a couple more pieces. Crosby! He's scratching the couch. I'm gonna find my way back to the shoe store. I was saying earlier that I do wish I was playing Mario. Where's he? Oh. By the time I got this potion, he should be awake. I got blue potion. Hey, Rem has some other urgent business he should be working on, so please wake him as soon as you can. Oh, I have to do it, okay. So we've done all we can with these shoes. You'll need to go get served. I'd already did that, thank you. It was my mistake for thinking that I would get some help. Crosby, he's so sad. Oh, I drank it. How do I give it to him? Was I supposed to walk up to him when I was small? Crosby, he's coming home, I promise. Okay. How do I give it to him? Did I not get what I was supposed to get? How do I give it to him? Did I not buy it? I'm confused. Oh, I was supposed to get the mushroom. I don't want to play Mario. And I wasted my fairy. Let me get this. Oh, it's called a wake up mushroom. I didn't even look at it. Thank you. Its nasty stench chases away the sleepiness. Gross. Okay. Why would I ever want to do that? Where am I going? I have to put that thing back in the hole and I have to walk all the way back over there. Wait, I'm gonna do whatever this is. Okay, what wasn't that? Oh. There's a tornado right there. Rude! Crosby. Crosby. Okay, now I can talk to the Goron. Hello, please push that. This is one solid wall. I'm going to need a few friends to give me a hand. I can blow it up for you if you just move. How do I fuse Kinst? I don't remember how to do it. Oh, okay. Yay! I did it. Crosby is driving me up a wall right now. It's been a long time since the last time I visited Hyrule. I think I'll set up a little place where I can sell my kinstones. I don't care about the kinstones. They fit perfectly, so that's good. Okay. That's all you want. You never got that. Excuse me. If I recall correctly, and I guarantee that I do, my boy, I think Syrup said to stand in front of a sleeping person and press R. What? What is that terrifyingly bad smell? A wake-up mushroom? I should have guessed. So you woke me up? Thanks, I just remembered I have something urgent to do. I need shoes, please. What? What now? There are more new shoes. You probably won't believe this, but I have a strange habit of making shoes in my sleep. So you must have come here because you want some of my shoes, right? Tell you what, because you were nice enough to wake me, you can have them. Hold on a sec, though. I just want to finish this one last bit. And there we go. Here, take these. Those are my special Pegasus boots. They're so light you'll feel like you're practically walking on air. Hated the Pegasus boots in Link's Awakening. I'm not gonna like this. Hold the button to run faster than the wind. Ooh, I need to hurry up and get working on that special order. The king asked me to make some shoes for Princess Zelda, you see. Thanks for waking me up. Come back if I can ever help you with shoe problems. Okay. Where did that? Oh. Hey. Each one is different, Goro. I'm not buying those. I gotta find where the heck I was earlier. Well, I'm here. The snake. Oh, I don't know why I thought I could do that. But okay. Hey, I don't like these things. Stop. Where am I going? Oh. I don't wanna... So a guardian is protecting the treasure. Take care while fighting it. I don't wanna... I wanna go back. How do I fight it? I don't know how to fight you. Oh, there we go. How did I miss? How did I miss again? That's like the perfect opportunity for me to fight him. All that for a pinstone piece. Hey, it was a different color though, I think. I don't think I have one of those. Going. Now that is one nasty looking statue. That eye has such an evil glower to glower? I don't know. I'm gonna assume I need to have a bow and arrow for that. They mentioned the eye, so I don't know why I didn't go on this one. There's another one. Do I need a bow and arrow? Well, I just stabbed myself, okay. get over there. Where the heck did I want to go? I don't know. There somehow. I don't want to pick those up. I'm confused. Going here. Hey, hold on. I want to sell you arrows, but you don't have a bow. Come back with them. That's not going to be a dungeon item. Oh. I was not having a good time with that. Like I said, I hate the Pegasus boots. When is this walkthrough gonna get to where I am? Where the heck are they at? Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Yes. I tried to turn Link 3 times there. What is going on? Ah! I don't have my sword! Come over to me! Beautiful. I got the bow. Okay. Now let's do this again. I like the music. That was too much. Am I supposed to fight him? Where am I going? Cool. I was right next to it. You couldn't have given me like a little slack. So many kinstone pieces. Ah. What am I doing? Hello? I can't read. I feel like I'm moving way too fast for some reason. Another kinstone piece. Okay, now I gotta get the one that was over there somehow. It's the last one. Okay, just go over there, thank you. What's the point? I don't want them. Now what? There's a point? Have I gotten them all? Where am I missing one at? What? No, I did that one. Right? Pretty sure I did that one. Can I open this yet? I don't know what that is. Where have I not gone? There's a chest up there. Oh, there's one. How do I do that? No. Just had to. I had to. I don't know. Oh, not those guys. '80s. Oh. What have I not gotten? What is this thing? Okay. That's all you wanted? Hello? Hello? Why is it doing that? Is my Joy-Con cooked? Wind ruins. Almost missed a bombable wall. I probably missed one in there. I feel like there would have been a bombable wall in that area and I missed it. Oh, there's so many. Hey. My shoulder just cracked. Hey. These soldier statues here were built by the Minish ages ago to help humans. It's kind of a secret, but there's a switch inside that turns them on or off. Another kinstone piece. I'm surprised I don't have to trade with them. How do I hit the switch? Can I run into him? Was there a secret in there? Oh, I can go inside of him. Oh, okay. I'm just getting beat up. I need that. I push these. That was so rude. If I kill these now, they reappear when I'm small. Many of Link's problems would be solved if there weren't holes with rocks that I couldn't reach. Like if they were just filled in by like the king or something. Why was that one so fast? Hello? Was there an order I was supposed to do this in? Or was I supposed to turn them off, maybe? I'm rich. Now what? What can I do when I'm small? I can't go in the back of him. Second stone piece. Oh, I made it. Okay. To think the ruins were hidden within this cliff the whole time. Watch your step, Cupid. There may be traps in here. Oh my god, I'm gonna keep bothering me. Please don't do that to me. Yeah, that's what you get. Have so much fun. I'm gonna try my best. I got arrows. Okay. Oh no. Ah, I hate these things. I hate these things. Leave me alone. Please. That's a trap. What did I say? Ah, why did I go that way? Not this thing. I feel like I missed something in there. Oh, great. Here I go. It's gonna take me like 30 minutes to figure this out. Or not. Oh. Fine. Okay. Nope. Nope. I knew that was wrong too. Okay, I think I get that now. I have to shoot him in the eyeball. That was scary. I was panicking a little bit. I don't need so many arrows. I got the compass. That's crazy. I need some hearts, please. I think I messed that up. Or not. Confusion. No, hold on. I need this. Maybe. There we go. My ads are starting soon. Oh. Oh no. I hate dungeons that do this. Oh my god. Can I just fall through there? Hmm? Did something just fall down or was it just my imagination? I hate dungeons that make you fall down. I hate it. I'm gonna get so lost in here. Okay. I need a heart. My ad started. I'm gonna take a break. I'll be right back. I'm back. Did I even see a locked door? That's crazy. I'm going back. No, I'm not. I don't want to cheat. I don't even remember seeing a locked door. Can I please get a heart? I'm afraid I'm gonna kill the second link by accident. Wait, where the heck am I supposed to use this key at? Can something else fall? No? Okay. What am I missing? I went over there. I'm just going in a circle. I'm confused. Can I fall in here? No. That just hurt me. This is so mean. again. Okay, I gotta figure out how to not go in a circle. I didn't mean to do that. I'm confused. I want to go anywhere else, please. How do I get up there? Okay, so this wasn't the entrance, like I thought it was. That's why I'm so confused. Hey. I hate these things. I hate these things! Let me kill this guy. Yeah, come over here. I got the dungeon map. I don't know if left was the correct choice. Oh no, not the hands. Oh, that scared me. Come on, Link, get him! Get him, Link. I don't like fighting this guy. I'm not quick enough. Come at me. Okay. Now I've got a warp thingy. Ah! Go, Link! Thank you. Finally a heart. What am I missing? Can I go in here? No. Okay. I don't know. How do I get to that chest? Oh my god, I hate all skeleton enemies. Please don't push me. That's giving me a headache in the middle. I have to be small. No, I don't know how to... I don't know. That's not what I wanted. I don't even know if I'm in the right spot. Nope. Oh, I did it somehow. Even though I don't think I did it right. Yay, key! I hope I'm doing this right. I'm going back to the middle room. Hey, y'all. Phew, we barely made it. I was certain we'd run out of time. I did get a little scared too. Oh my god. Scary. Let me go in here first. What in the world is happening in here? I feel like I need to go... I'm just gonna go investigate. Okay. Thank you for lurking. I'm bad at reading messages today for some reason. Like, I'm not seeing... I have my chat open 3 times and I didn't see any of them move. So. How do I want to do this? This, I guess. No. Can't do it like that. Can't do that when I'm small, can I? No, I can't. I was thinking... Oh. I was thinking the point of being small would be to go through that door, but I don't know. Wah! Why do I sound kind of like Wario or Waluigi when I say it? I am confused on how to do this. Oh, I see what I have to do. I'm stupid. Why am I only thinking I can do it once?
But designs can always be worked around.
That's
At
not
least
it.
I hope.
I have the idea though. I need...
How do I get inside? I need to activate it somehow.
Oh, wait, I got it. Hold on.
I made it clear that
Brain's
I'm not
working.
in need of an escort. It seems I'm the only one with a mind of my own.
Okay, so I have to use the statue somehow. Oh, I can pull them. That's good to know. I'm gonna do it there. Can I grab it, please? Thank you. Now I understand what's happening. There we go. What a fun puzzle. Now that it's not taking me an hour to figure out how to do the sword thing. Figure this out. Okay, can I go up the ladder? No. Can I kill these things and they stay killed? Please get on top of it. Thank you. I have to figure this out. How am I gonna get around these guys? Okay. I can't do it. I didn't mean to do that. Can I even do it? Does it ever pass the door? No. Confused. Can I go in between these? No. Wait. No. I don't understand. I think I did something in the wrong order. I just want to know how. Oh, I see. Okay. Why did I think I could only go behind it? Silly, I go in between them. I'm so hungry. That's crazy. Go! Oh, wait. What does who do? Oh. You want me to tell you? I need something to do this. I can't do it right now. It's a secret. I need the... I don't have the thingies. I need some type of mitt that I didn't get. Hold on. I hate my phone. I DM'd you. My battery health on my phone, by the way, is 74%. I don't know where to get the mitts. Where the heck do I get the mitts at? Twin? Yeah. I need a new phone, but that's expensive. I don't want to change the battery. Where do I get these at? I don't remember what this is. I'm gonna walk around until I find it. Oh, I almost fell. I mean, I don't know. I've had my phone for almost 4 years. Is 74% bad? I also have an iPhone 13 and I'm pretty sure their batteries are just bad in general. I think. Dig, dig, dig until your heart's content. Thank you. I think is my wallet full. The 13 to the 17. I would either get the 17 or one of those flip phone Android things. I didn't mean to do that. Oh no. I went into Best Buy and I put my username in like every phone's Google, but I don't know if it like saves it. I feel like when it falls asleep it might reset or something. I do stupid stuff like that all the time. Like when I go to Michael's, they have those like notepads you can test pens in. I write my username on there. I wrote it in IKEA. I don't think I've ever gotten a follower from it. Why did I do that? Help! I can't get out! I'm going back to when I didn't have that open. What am I looking for in here? anything in here? What am I looking for? Hello? I don't know why I did that. Oh, I got a key. Okay. I assume that's the only thing in here. How did that electrocute me? That scared me. I didn't know that was gonna electrocute me. What? Okay, there was nothing in there. Well, good thing I went back and did that, because it was needed, apparently. Where do I need a key at now? Is there anything in here that I need? Let's do this one at a time. I need a bigger wallet. I wonder if the workers of those stores, like, see a username and they're like, we can't have that, and then they get rid of it. I don't think there's anything in here. Oh my god. How do I get in here? Good thing I have rewind. Oh, I already got the big key. Oh. I didn't know he talked to me with that button. I'm missing a chest. 2 chests. Okay. I'm gonna go try to find them. Where am I? I don't know what I just did. I went in a circle and I don't know why. Wait, I'm in the same room. I'm confused. Oh, I'm stuck. I don't know where to go. Why am I going in a circle? Help! Why am I going in a circle? Okay, I'm going this way. hate these things. I'd love to just walk by you, thank you. Now I can do this. Wait, wasn't I just in there? Oh no, I'm confused. I got a chest. Was that a chest that was on my map? No. Oh, well, I found the boss. Too bad about those chests. I'm in the boss room now. Oh my god, stop. Whatever, I'm leaving. Thank you. Hey. What weapon do I want? Why are there shrinky thingies? What do I do? Oh no. Do I have to like go inside of it somehow? I think I want arrows. Is this like the Wind Waker boss? The hands? Oh, that's great. Please don't do that. Please stop. Hey, let me out. Oh. Let me out, please. He's gonna kill me! Oh my god, that was not the button I wanted. Please stop. Oh no. Help! The heck is this boss? Huh? Hey. Okay. That's not fair! I'm small! Oh, now they're both coming at me, okay. I don't like this. Oh my god, I can't do it. I can't! Please do something, Link! Oh my god, it's gonna kill me. I can't let that happen. Please, Link. I need some hearts. I don't need arrows. Oh, now there's this happening. Okay. I don't need arrows. Thank you, though. Which one is it? I'm confused. Oh my god, there's more. Please stop. I'm small. It's not fair. That is so rude. That's rude. Why am I small? What is this boss? Oh my god. Okay, just put them in A. That was fun. I like that boss. That could be like a favorite boss, I think. I need to rank Zelda bosses. I only rank the games for some reason. That could be like top 3. I think. We are the tribe of the winds. Long have we lived with the winds. We have mastered them. Now we join them. Together, with the great winds at our backs, we head for the skies. Those who come seeking our power must play the notes Zephyr teaches. May they lead you onward to the power that you seek. Ocarina. We got the Ocarina of Wind. North, south, east, and west are all just a breath away. Yay! I do believe this is where the tribe of the winds once lived. So they've left for the heavens and taken their element with them. It looks like the wind element is beyond our reach for the time being. We have no choice but to press on. Let's get out of here. Okay. I didn't even get the element. The element was not here, but at least we now have a clue to its whereabouts. You must use the Ocarina of Wind to open a new path. Well, there's no point standing around. Go get that last element. Okay, so I'm gonna assume that red thing I couldn't look at earlier is a song? I can find it. Oh god, they've got new guys out here. I have so many items already. No? Oh. I don't know what that is then. No. What is this? I didn't do anything with it. I really liked that boss. That was a fun boss. Oh, I push it? Silly me. I could have done that earlier. Hey! Though my body may perish, I am still the true master swordsman of Hyrule. Swift Blade the First, spirit of the swordsman. If you train with me, I will teach you skills that are out of this world. It seems you are not ready to train with me. Okay. I need all 7 tire scrolls. Okay, I'm not prepared for that. Never mind. I'm gonna raid Kit Cape. I'm glad I played this today. I was really considering playing Mario, but I'm glad I went through and did this. I am hungry. I wish I could do another dungeon, but I have to go eat. I'm gonna raid Kit Kate. She's playing Breath of the Wild for the bingo that I'm not doing because I don't want to play Breath of the Wild. And I don't have time for it. It's a really bad time for me to be in a tournament, something like that. But I'll see you guys tomorrow at 12 p.m. EST with Mario. I'm hopefully gonna beat Mario tomorrow. Hopefully, but maybe not. I'll be back with this on Thursday at the same time.